Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Give me 1 second here. I lost my second monitor, which has like my whole operation system going on here. So just give me 2 seconds to try and figure it out. If not, I will troubleshoot and I'll just do the stream without my second monitor. But trying the old turn it off, turn it back on. I'll be with you in 1 second. All right, what I'll do, I can't figure this out, is I'll keep the chat on my phone. I just use this other monitor over here to I use this other monitor to manage the stream and the chat and everything like that. And I don't have it. So you guys will have to let me know if things look weird. But see, that's usually what I see. But we'll get rid of that now. And I'll use the chat. I use the chat on my phone. So if I keep looking at, that's what I'm using my phone for. I was updating a couple things and yeah. Updating a couple things. Let me just see here. We'll have to go over to the bell because the bell's on my other stream too. All right, let's do a quick rundown of the markets here. I did take an afternoon trade off of the -2s on the Dow and was able to get back that. I think I ended the stream probably like $30 in the red, and I think I got like a $35 trade to get me pretty much to break even. So not a bad second half of the day. I wrote in the Discord that today needs to be one of those days I followed my rules. I broke a lot of rules yesterday. Generally, the first rule I broke was I'm generally a one and done kind of trader. I got $30 right off the rip and decided for whatever reason, I just wanted to sit around yesterday and try and make some more money. And it came back to haunt me. That was my first thing. Second thing was using the bands as a -1. If I'm going to go to the bands, I like to use -2s. And I got in early the -1s and it came back to haunt me. We can go back and just recap that real quick. If I can find it relatively quickly. Let's see. So I think that was the next big mistake that I made. I see it. And the next one was after the stream was over, really just taking more trades that I probably shouldn't have taken. So here is that afternoon trade that I took. That was right at pretty much 340. But I should have just been one and done. And yeah, and then I shouldn't have touched the screens for the rest of the day. So today I'm going to be a little bit more disciplined with myself. We first we'll talk ranges. 291 on a 575. Okay, about there. I don't. And what is that exactly? You math people can do that probably really easily. 291 divided by 575. We're at 50%. 50% right now. 56 on an 81 is good range there. I don't even know why I keep the Russell on there. 504 on a 650 is pretty good. So, definitely can start looking at some VWAP and some standard deviations, things like that. That's not a big deal at all. Going back, and here's the market analysis. Here's kind of what we're doing. We put the orders on the lines. Right now we are at developing POC, so stacked with yesterday's POC, and we just chopped right around it. So that's not really a level for me on the Dow just yet. We will buy here. On the S&P, same. We have these stacked POCs that have been happening a ton. Because the market's not open yet, I'm not really into T-line, but I'm definitely interested in prior session high of day.
Order submitted.
And prior session low of day has kind of been tested already.
Submitted.
So, yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily going to be a level that I want to take. We got ton of stacked POCs on the Russell on the small caps. So we'll just kind of watch and see what happens there. 3 minutes to go to the open. And right here, hanging out right at prior session high day stacked with T-line. If you're a NASDAQ trader, this is kind of, it's got to kind of be a short in my opinion. I don't see, if you're a NASDAQ trader, what else you really want, with the exception of maybe the cash session being open. But that's, what do they call that? That's a ton of confluence there. But then with the elasticity of the NASDAQ, we know that this could rip another 300 points before it even thinks about responding to that. So we get 2 minutes to the open. We'll watch this and see what it does, and then we'll play ball. Two minutes till the market's open. Still trying to troubleshoot why this thing might not be working. And I also want to just change something quick. Change that. I think that's... I'm also trying to figure out why when I push the mute button, there's one other channel that's not muting. All right, we got to do it. Cube Gift hooked it up. Here it comes. Woohoo! And away they go. I think it was my other camera. Maybe if there's somebody else here. Like, if I press... So right then when I just mute this this mic, something else is unmuted, whether it's my computer or my camera. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But away they go. We got a little bit of range to put in before we're taking Dow trades. If this takes a little bit, we might take T-line, if I'm being completely honest. I'm not interested in longs off prior POC. We've touched it a couple times. I'm just good to go there. Ooh, T-line just got you done on the Russell. T-line getting you done on the Russell. Coming back inside range. Nazzy is the only thing outside day up. GD you too, buddy. If you just got here, I lost my second screen, so I'm using my phone as the chat. Guess I'm also giving myself a little bit of watch time. So there is a response here to prior session stacked, prior session high day with T-line. Like I said, you had to give this thing 191 all the way up to 2. If you had to give this thing 50 points, I can't do that. Oh, Cube Gift. So when I muted that, you couldn't hear anything? Oh, that's good to know. Nice. Yeah, that prior session high day trade. Yeah, that was definitely there. That was definitely there. So Cube Gift and GD, if you can help me out, just to confirm. Because the other day, remember I took that phone call, I thought I was muted. Not that it was a big deal, but... Could you hear any of that? This is our stream, remember? We got to figure all this out before, before the masses find out. Before the masses find out, and we got all these people in here. Awesome. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. That was bothering me. The next thing I got to figure out is, why is this thing black? It kind of gave like a, and it's a very old monitor. So to be honest, it doesn't owe me anything. I think I got it. I might have got this on Facebook Marketplace like a long time ago. It's got like I think it's got a VGA to HDMI. So it's got like that long like trapezoid that you stuck in if you're not into AV stuff. Yeah, T-line got you done on the Russells. After I just said, I don't know why I still have that on here. Prior session POC, if you're interested in it. It's been tested a few times, which is why I'm not interested. All right. Yeah, that extra audio must have been come from my camera because that's what I just muted. So that's good news. We should make audio even better too because... Yeah. So I disconnected my other monitor. Just wonder if it was the HDMI that got cooked. I have an HDMI adapter, I think. So my computer recognizes that something else got plugged in there. Yeah, no. The good news is I do have another monitor around that I could use. Just that won't be ready for today. Unplugging everything, let everything discharge. What a snooze open, eh? And for everyone following along in my race this weekend, we got an email last night that there's fires. We might have to cancel the race. There is, I mean, we're all doing this for fun, but it is crappy when you train for a 100-mile race. It is a lot of training for it to possibly be canceled. Gutted. So keep your fingers crossed that they, not just for the race, but more importantly for the people out there that are dealing with fires in Oregon. You know, definitely first and foremost need them safe and their homes safe, but hopefully they get control of that fire today. And they're supposed to get rain tomorrow, which can be a blessing and a curse, right? Water's good, but lightning's bad. And people ask me all the time, Brad, why don't you move out west? You love the mountains so much. I don't know how people out west deal with the actual fires and the threat of fires. Like, yeah, I guess we have hurricanes, but like, that's not like a fire. I feel like every time we go out west in the summer, it's either there's a fire, some sort of fire, or fire's happening. And maybe that was always the case, and I just realize it now because I go out there so much. Like, I tell my friends, oh yeah, the West Coast on fire again. And they're like, again? When was the West Coast on fire? So what else are we looking at today? Not too many other opportunities right now. We are just going straight sideways. This one we really need to follow rules and make sure that we're not forcing things, being tourists on other assets. Right, these were the days where I would start looking at gold and looking at Bitcoin, looking at crude, and like trying to just find a trade. Like, it's okay. We can just sit and chill like a Ville. That's what we're gonna do. So I like to watch the NASDAQ, but for entertainment purposes only. When I enter a trade, I want to know that I can add, right? If this was the Dow, yeah, maybe a +1's in play because I can add. But there's no shot I'm going from 200 to 348. You know, that's why I can't take this trade, especially bouncing around outside day up. Like, does this thing want to rip? Who knows? I think I have Amazon puts expiring today. No, tomorrow. Amazon puts tomorrow. MEST line. Yeah. With what's been going on, yeah, this is probably it.
Order submitted.
That can go there. So you're looking at that too. This can come up a little bit. Actually, I'd probably want to go to session low here. And this might be a situation where you see this and you might want to give it a little bit of room and just drag it up to the +2s, which is what I'll do there.
Order submitted.
Now that we have that open that we want, where is that? It's way up here. at 50% range, guys, I'm definitely not playing -1s. I'm probably not even playing -2s. A little bit of sell off. Things getting a little heavy. Woo. Yeah, that was the trade today. So there's one every day. We break these lows, we're going to definitely come down and check this out. We'll see 66. We break through 115, we'll see 66. Put your money where your mouth is, Brad. Right, like if you did the old sell stop here, you could probably catch that. But lots of things selling off. Definitely has some room to sell off, so I'm not going to mess with the whole range, but same thing we can kind of see here. Pretty confident. We have a high volume node here. We get through here, we're probably going to come down. At least a value area low. Let's watch it play out, shall we? And the thing with these two setups is that if the Dow starts to bounce, these bands will probably expand a little bit, and this might even get pulled up a little bit closer to here. Like the +2s might move. Oh, this is the MES. This is the Dow. Everything looking a little bit heavy right now. Look at this consolidation down in here. We get a response or a bounce off of that. Good chance. 90 points. Down $40 on the ad. Let's see what happens here for a second. Because like I said, the ES could slide right through here to value area low. I just don't want to. I don't want to force this Dow trade, even though I like it. I'm gonna buy -2s, just with the slow open, and know that we have a lot more range we can put in. So, just gonna manage it, and gosh knows we've been in drawdown now for 3 days. So, where's the 4 hour? Where's the 4 hour T line? See if we're gonna get filled here. See, there's a ton of stuff in here, ton of support. See if we're gonna get it. There we go. Come on, fill me up.
Order filled.
I didn't want it to leave without me.
Order submitted. Order submit. Order filled.
Okay. As you guys saw,
Canceled.
I had a pretty big target up here at prior session POC. But, you know, the goals always go line to line. So what happens is we broke the line. I put a stop, came back down, got me out, line to line. That's a horn. We'll take that, guys, to start the day. 25.60. 25.60, new equity high on the Tradeify accounts. 9.11 up to 9.17. $6 over time of slippage. I'm going to reset for a second. I'll be right back. We back. We back. Nice, Mike F. Glad you got a piece of that with me. Awesome. Ah, missed it by a tick. No, hate when that happens. Still trying to figure out my screen here. Still trying to figure it out. It's being a jerk. Come on, second screen. And my computer says, all right, we got you. But the monitor does not pick it up. Oh, wow, what a bounce. Might have got my extended target there. But like I said, going back to this trade, guys, they don't have to be home runs, right? This is like this is the goal, and that's why I've been putting stops there instead of profit targets, which I guess could burn me if it shot up and bounced right back quickly on like a tweet or something. But it came through. I put the stop on, and then if it runs, it runs. Right, especially first trade of the day. And I know I said that I got to be one and done. This is going to be, if there's going to be another entry, it's going to be very conservative. And I'll probably hang out till 10 a.m. Try not to give anything back. Also, too, as a reminder, I'm not streaming Thursday and Friday, and most likely Monday because I'm going out to the West Coast to hopefully do a race if it's not canceled. If it is canceled, I'll let you know, and I'll be here. But that would be a bad thing if I'm here Thursday, Friday, or Monday. And then, holy cow, we are in August already. Then we'll stream for one more week, and then I'm taking the family away the first week in August. my son yesterday, Daddy, is this vacation one with an airplane? No, bud. This is not a vacation with an airplane. And then he goes, oh. Still not a ton of range, which is why I am not personally interested in -1s, but I can definitely see a case for it. Especially we haven't quite got up to VWAP yet. We haven't got up to POC, prior POC. Good chance. -2s for me, maybe. Kind of try and play out the same exact trade we just saw. I don't know if I love it on this candle. Right, first test is the best test. But if we can get down to another candle here and slowly work our way down the -2s, all right. I can look to take that same trade again, possibly. See how fast it gets there. If not, I'm waiting for prior session low. Look at that, Russell. Wow, I was really wrong. Right, I said if we break this, we'll probably see this. I mean, we still have time to get down there, but... missing by a tick is the worst. Why won't you work? You know you have an old monitor too, and like I probably couldn't even Google this thing. It might be one of those like beta paradox things with this screen where like the universe knows that I need a new one. So instead of me just being like, can't get a new one until this one's broke, they're like, all right, we'll break this one. And it's so old and heavy that my arm that holds it, it doesn't hold it. It's kind of just supporting it. And it's leaning on the table. One day when the channel gets monetized, I could put some money back in and I'll get another monitor. For now, this will just have to do. I do want to change this up though, because go a little bit more upbeat now that we got a winner chicken dinner. What do we want? Stream beats. This guy's dope. Let's do synthwave for a little bit. Let's do synth for a little bit. Thank you, Mike Terry, for the super chat that allowed us to have Spotify. Goes a long way. Now this reminds me of like 80s weird. What do you guys want? Synthwave, hip hop, electronic, chill step? I don't think I've tried that one. Let's see what chill step does. Chill step. I mean, I am chill. View app, QQQ. What's up? Good morning. How are you? What happens? All right, chill beats. There's the VWAP touch. Actually, I could probably mount my phone over here. There's the chat. Now the chat's over there. Okay, good. Mike Terry, good morning, bud. Did you get here, Mike? Only yes, Mike, because I was saying before, I got an email from the RD yesterday. Oregon's on fire. My race is not looking good. Not looking good. Might be doing an impromptu 100. Yeah. It's been sunny and dry there for a month. They haven't seen rain over a month. And then Sunday night they had thunderstorms and lightning started fires. They have most of them contained right now, but they're expecting more thunderstorms tomorrow. So they're hoping that they don't get more lightning and more fires tomorrow night. And they're going to email us on Thursday and let us know if the race is going off. But I'll already be there. So I'm supposed to leave tomorrow night. So prior session Pox shorts. Let's see if they would have got you done. Like I said, just too much. These stack Pox, it's a nice little Pox zone we have here, but ugh. Palm trees catching on fire. They got palm trees in Texas? That was a serious question. I don't know, they have palm trees in Texas? Oh, you're on the Gulf Coast though, right? Maybe the Gulf has palm trees? Shows what I know. My Texas knowledge is limited. Although I've been to Texas and I've run marathon in Texas, I've only spent time there twice. Never really went south. Austin's as south as I've gone. I've never been to the coast. Did the Austin Marathon. Spent some time there before it was like super weird. And then when I was driving cross country once, I got caught in a blizzard. There was like 1 inch of snow. And I got stranded in Shamrock, Texas. And luckily, when they diverted us off the interstate, there was like a motel hotel right there at the exit. And it was the only one. And I was one of the first cars. Got in there. I got a room. Everyone else had to sleep in a gym that night. Literally woke up the next day and there was 1 inch of snow on the ground. And they saw the interstate closed. I was like, I'm from New York where we get feet of snow. Like, I think my truck's going to be okay. They wouldn't let us go. Cool. Yeah, cool is relative, though. Cool for Texas is different. I mean, granted, I'm in a hoodie. It's summer here. My wife always thinks I'm crazy that I'm always in a hoodie. I'm always cold. Your boy is always cold. We don't keep our AC low. My AC is set to like 74, 75. But I'm always cold. My time in Phoenix, I never bounced back. I never got used to it again. Yeah, snow and ice is I know ice is a big one out there. Nothing doing, friends. So we'd see that so slow that in fact the VWAP bands have contracted since market open when we put it at the +2s above T line. It is now contracted. So now we can move this back down to T line, which is actually right at the +2s. Okay, I've heard most places in Texas are kind of dope. Yeah, I'll avoid statements that could be deemed as political, but yeah. Austin was nice. It was when I was drinking a lot more, and it's a great city for drinking. Not sure what I would do there now. Go hang out at Trades by Matt. My buddy Jeremy Miller just moved from there to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, which looks freaking insane. I don't know what's with the rest of the country not paying teachers. Every time I'm like, yeah, I'll move. It's literally like 50% pay cut. What industry can you move from one state to another and your pay is 50%? If you get lucky, 50% pay cut. And when your wife is a teacher, 50% and 50% is a huge pay cut. High day, short on the Nazzy seems risky. Let's see. Here? Yeah, I mean, I don't personally short outside day up. Especially fiddling in the middle. I mean, I guess you'll be in the offer zone up here. But yeah, no, that's not a trade I have the stone to take, but that's why you make a lot more money than me. You got to be in to win. I'd much prefer to wait for prior session longs. Right, like this.
Order submitted.
If I had to trade the Nazzy, that's really the only trade I'm interested in right now.
Order canceled.
I mean, if you're going to do that, why not just go high a day +2s on the Dow? Right? For me. But then the only thing that fears me, see, we got this low volume node over here. So the same conversation we were talking about with the Nazzy, how if it slid down through here, we'd probably come down and see 63, which is what we're going to come see now that we talked about before. Like this is a good bounce long, depending on where it was. This is where you can start to use confluence of the bands, like coming down to VWAP, a bounce off VWAP long could be good for the NASDAQ traders with this high volume node right here and this little bit of consolidation. Yesterday's value area high. That could be something that I'd be interested in. Darn Russell. Damn, Russell. Nazzy, I mean, ES literally going sideways. +2s. Nazzy showing weakness, Dow showing strength. What are we thinking here? Do we come fill this ICT fair value gap? It is fun to say fair value gap. It definitely makes you feel smarter than you probably are. And I know that because in physics we use words to explain things that are very, very simple in very, very difficult ways, so people think we're smart. I feel like that's all ICT is. See, and if I want to get short here, which I like that, then I have too many ads there. A lot more range to put in. 301 on a 574. That's why I'm not interested in that +2. What is it? Man, Mike Terry remembers the days probably when this was a beer. Mike, you been around that long? Yeah, GD, I think that's going to be the right move. I'd have to agree with you there. You been around that long? Yeah. Since this was a beer? The second year went the fastest. First year, I was like looking for that milestone of being sober a year, that it went so slow. And then I was telling people, I'm coming up on 2 years. My wife was like, you're coming up on 3 years. I was like, where did the second year go? Now coming up on 4. I'm sure that fifth is a milestone, right? I could celebrate 5 years. 5 years sobriety. Yeah, we were. Man, we look back at some of those streams now and like we were crushing. We were always drinking. Well, look at us now. That's the same as Corey Taylor. Like, man, Corey's been around selling options with me. Yeah, since like 2019, 2020. And yeah. I was so pumped to see you on that list for that 200, Mike. It's a shame that didn't work out. But it was cool getting down to Florida and doing the 100 with Corey. Still sideways on the ES. What's the market waiting for? What's it waiting for? I know. I want to so badly. I'm finding out because I try to put on a race and there's just so many things, and it's kind of what Mike McKnight came into in his 200, which is a much bigger thing. There's so much liability and so much permitting and so many like rules and requirements. Unless, of course, you're like, hey, I'm just going to do a fat ass run. Everyone show up. But really, it becomes a gray area once you start advertising it and just... Hold on a second, please. There's just so much liability, and if something, I mean, everyone can be like, oh, we're cool. Like, no, yeah, no. And then something happens, people tend to change their mind. So, yeah, try to do it. But if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right, which takes time. There's an incredible opportunity for 100 here on Long Island that I want to do. I want to RD, but it goes through like 4 or 5 municipalities and a little bit of private land, and it's been really, really annoying to try and get it done. There's that 66 we called coming in on the Nazzy. I have to give my wife some support for a second. Kids are going crazy today. Kids are going crazy today. You know, and you can just hear the tone in your wife's voice. Like, she probably wants some backup here. It's so funny, though, when I remember, like, when my dad entered the chat, how things changed, and I just need to walk in the room now and everything changes. It's kind of weird. And I've never really, I don't yell. I'm not like that. It's, I guess, just dad presence. Go down. Go down. Love to see it. Anything else responding? It wants to come up here. It wants to fill this low volume node here. Hopefully come right up to Trent. I'll entertain that trade for the next 15 minutes. If we can't get here in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to follow my rules today and be done for the day. I might as well go for a run if my race is going to be canceled. Will we come up and hit the T-line? Pretty much go the full range. That's what Dunkin' out there too. Hoping my wife got me a blueberry cake donut. Shit's my jam. She knows. She knows what I want. Anybody taking longs off prior POC? Other than Nazzy? Or do you wait for value area low? So you got this. Got this. Which is really a high volume node. I'd probably go here. But then do you just wait for here? But then do you wait for here? That's a problem with the NASDAQ. These are all valid. Long, long, long. They're all valid. Right back down. The only way it's really going to come up the T line is if we enter here at the +2s. Right? That's the only way we can really get it to go up there. How high is that? How much heat do we take with this trade? We take $60 worth of heat to get to there. Just thinking out loud right now, sorry. So we'd be in the red 60 for our second ad. Now these would be full dollars. That'd be another 100 and we'd be in $200 worth of heat to take this all the way up to here. No. Yeah. $200 if I entered here. $200 of heat to get up there. That 50 to here. I don't know, 150 to there. That's a lot of heat. A lot of heat. I guess we could offset that heat by entering like high of day. Or we can just be patient, right? We're sliding a little bit. We're getting ready to slide through this low. This is why I keep the trade line on. So I can look left and see it entering this low volume node from yesterday. Which generally wants to slide through. A strong candle right from jump. Like right, it opened and went drawdown for 2 points and then just poof, it's been up the whole time. Nazzy now showing some strength. Kermit candle over here on the Russell. Looking at target prior highs. Or session highs, I mean. I feel like this is still a Russell short up here.
Order submitted.
Right. And then like these are pretty good stacked ranges.
Order canceled.
Finally some movement in the ES after Doji for most of this candle for 20 minutes. What up, Mike G? How you doing this morning, man? Doing good? I've been talking a lot about following my rules today. Kind of breaking one of them already, but not really. We're chilling out for 10 more minutes, seeing if we can get up to T-line here on the Dow. Being super patient.
Order canceled.
Ton of resistance up here this morning. +2 is pretty much all the way up a T-line. On pretty good range, 57. If it gets up there though, that'd be almost one full ATR. 6 more points. Nah, Be at like 75%. High day is a good spot. It's a good patient spot to wait till. So many wicks up here. Got up there twice and the sellers came in. Sellers came in everywhere. Let's do the third time.
Order submitted.
See if it leaves without me. See if I was a little too slow. Yeah, I definitely love the short T line. See if I can get a fill here at the +2s as well. Doesn't know what it wants to do. Do you want to fill me? Or do you want to leave me? Yeah, we talked about that. That slide definitely could happen. You guys are making me nervous.
Order filled.
We're going to find out. We're going to learn today. Bunch of support here, though. Let's
Order
make this the
submitted.
target for now. Prior session value very high. Definitely an aggressive trade, so keep it tight. Extend a target there. We'll put a stop if it gets down into this resistance here. There will be an added T-line. That's really all I'm interested in right now, so I'm going to get rid of anything else that might be
Order canceled.
distracting me,
Order
just so
canceled.
I can focus on this trade. And that'll be that. Now we wait. Outcomes are outcomes. Three minutes left in this candle. Was not trading the bands one of my rules today? I think it was. Be nice if we can get that nice measure move we've seen now 2 or 3 times. Another 25 bucks or so. Down to that resistance, that support there. Trying to pop that resistance. Go up and fill that gap. Definitely a strong candle. 90 seconds left. I'd like to see this close a little heavy. Get down below my entry. Let's close in the 60s. T-line is very realistic, though. As we know, with both range, mean reversion, chart, very, very good short up there at T-line. Definitely an aggressive entry for me getting into +2s here. I don't like those red little measured moves. New candle. Let's push up, close that gap, and then bounce right off it. Freezing. And to be honest, that T-line ad, I would need a graceful exit. I don't want to ride 2 contracts all the way up to 634 prior session high of day. So with this aggressive entry, I'm going to need to just be a little bit more impatient with losers. We go up and fill this. There'll probably be a graceful exit. I'll be in graceful exit mode on 2 contracts. Or we can come back down into the 30s and I'll be happy. Good luck. What'd you see on the MES here that made you get in? Just breaking session high? Stand by. Outside day up now on the Nazzy. +2's T-line. MES. Maybe. See what this is doing at that time. We'll keep the MES on the right here. Down and left. Definitely don't want to be coming up and being in 3 contracts on both sides, but this can stay kind of around my entry, maybe go a little bit green. I'd consider this. Right, we are in bear continuation mode on both. So even though slightly green on the day, still trend is still downward in my opinion. No swing lows. You don't want those. Suck it out. Before I put in a stop, I kind of want to get to here. Right, because protecting myself here, taking a little off table, allows me to go back in at +2. Just try not to be too impatient with this. But we do see a ton of support happening here.
Order submitted.
Let's see what happens. It was an aggressive entry, so I'm just being smart. That's all. Right, we could see this bounce off here very easily. And I'd rather have it bounce here and then be able to go back and get back in. Up here. Right, realistic bounce for here.
Order filled.
I'll take it.
Order canceled.
I'll take that. Now I can be back in here if I really want to, but up 42 on the day. That's gonna be it for me, guys. I said I really wanted to be 1 and done. I'll definitely be 2 and done. Maybe we can just watch this move until it bounces, see where I could have went with it, if I was being ultra conservative. But like I said, with the aggressive entry, knowing we can come right back up, other areas still selling off, but generally trending up, micro trending up on the day. But I mean, full target here, I would have put it here if I would have waited maybe. But now we're talking about 35 down, so we're talking another $10. It really was. This was the bit that was making me a little bit conservative right through here. Right, we saw all these swing lows starting to stack. That's kind of all I wanted it to do. But definitely got a line to line. See if we'll go all the way down. I had extended target down here prior POC, which, I mean, at developing POC, which would have been a really, really great trade. But other than that, I'm going to take that. I'm going to take $42 on the day. And we're going to come back tomorrow and continue this. I'm going to follow my rules. I'm going to go lock myself out right now. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Enjoy that day. And I will catch you next time. If you want, jump in the Discord. There's a link down in the description below. Consider trading with Tradeify. It helps support the channel. Give the stream a thumbs up so more people can come by tomorrow and say what's up. And yeah, I'll catch you then.